All right, the last time we met here, we were looking at a vacant lot and a crumbling eyesore, decade-old garage. It looks a lot different today, doesn't it? Today we are looking at a state-of-the-art parking garage and a gorgeous 21-story mixed-use building. The new garage contains 588 spaces with 300 spaces that are dedicated to public parking. So I want to thank the taxpayers for reinvesting in this parking garage. And I also want to thank the taxpayers for the support to allow this project to take place. This project has been a decade in the making and has been through many challenges. As a matter of fact, it was written off multiple times. I want to thank Mike Lager for his persistence, and I want to thank the Golub Company and Wood Partners for their investment of $94 million into our community. This investment will generate in excess of $1 million in sales and property taxes. And you know those taxes are going to go toward our parks, our schools, our police department, and our infrastructure. It will create jobs and will bring many new people to live in Oak Park. Those people, they would support our local economy, and they would call Oak Park their home. I want to thank all the previous board members and staff who helped to advance this project. And I want to thank our village manager, Kara Pavelchek, who is not here today. She is not feeling well. I wish she was here. She wished she was here too. I want to thank her staff, in particular Tammy Grossman, Jill Phelan, and Paul Stefanidis. They worked tirelessly and they work really hard to cross the T's and dot the I's and meet all over the place to make projects like this happen. Let me also thank our Plan Commission, who, under the leadership of David Mann, work with a sense of urgency and recognize that time kills deals. I want to thank the EDC. John Lynch is here. Thank you for your support and for getting us through. And I want to thank my fellow village board members for getting us across the finish line. Please allow me to repeat my commitment and my fellow village board member commitment to bring in $700 million of new investment to our community over the next 10 years. This is an economic development goal that the village board and the staff believes in. And we are more than halfway through to achieve this goal. But to ensure that we're going to succeed, because the last half is probably more difficult than the first half, but to ensure that we're going to succeed, we have reorganized our building department at Village Hall. So you no longer have to get a permit to just move your furniture around in the house. They are much more friendly, they're efficient, and they understand great customer service. And it's totally reorganized under the leadership of Tammy Grossman. And I challenge you to go to our building department and find that you're not being treated friendly. I give you my cell phone, you call me. That is the new attitude in our village hall, great customer service and business friendly. We have also changed the zoning on Madison Street. Madison Street, as you all know, it's a 1.5 mile stretch on each side of Madison from Harlem to Austin. And it used to be retail on the first floor throughout the whole street. Right now, that has changed. Retail on the first floor now is only between Clinton and East, which is about 5 blocks. Outside that core area, you can build townhomes, you can build multi-unit residential buildings. So please, Mike Glazier, please make a note of that, okay? Tell your friends, all right? We want developers, we want investors to build multi-unit buildings for residents, and we want townhomes on Madison Street. Madison Street is the heart of our community, and we're going to be focused on Madison Street for the next few years. Streetscape is coming up too. So in a nutshell, we have changed the perception, the negative perception about the village of Oak Park and how difficult it used to be to do business in. That has changed. And we do not take it for granted, so we're not going to sit here and be complacent about it, because we know it's a work in progress and it's continuous. And I am very focused on that. The village manager is very focused on that. The staff is focused on that. And we have the community support to make those changes. I do want to thank Clay from Wood Partners for being here. I don't know how far you had to travel, but we're glad to have you here anytime. And thank you, sir, for your investment. It means a lot to me and to our community. Mike Glazier, thank you, sir. I appreciate your making this project go through and staying with it. So before we cut the ribbon, I want to thank you all for being here. It means a lot to me that you made it this morning. I also want to thank Tishman for this state-of-the-art building and parking garage. Roberto, I hope I'm saying his last name correctly, Elziak, has been wonderful to work with. He has been great with the village staff. And you know, the village staff, we've had an inspector on the job almost every day. We've had nothing but the best relationship with Gallup and Company and Wood Partners, and they are the kind of investors we need to attract our community. Thank you so much. So before we cut the ribbon, I just want to say one more time, Oak Park is open for business, and yes, we are business friendly. Thank you very much.
We had 123 caissons to build this garage. They are at an average of 52 feet deep, so they're 52 feet deep into the ground. 18,000 cubic yards of concrete to make it, and that's 4,000 pounds per cubic yard. I'll let you do the math on that one. That's a lot of pounds. 50 tons of structural steel, 36,512 masonry blocks. It's 45 foot tall, the garage part. 4 high-speed elevators, and even though it's parking, we are bike-friendly here in Oak Park, so we have 30 bike racks just around the corner. For the mixed-use building that will be online this summer, we're super excited we're on the home stretch for that. It's very exciting. It's a 21-story mixed-use building. There's going to be 270 rental apartments, 25,000 square feet of commercial and retail space along Lake Street on the first 2 floors. And as the mayor said before, $94 million of investment in the total project. And again, thank you to the developers, Gallup and Company, Wood Partners, the architect, Gensler, the general contractor, Tishman, and PMA, the owner's rep for the village, for your support in this. And one last fun fact, this is going to be the first parking garage that is both private and public for the village. In order to maximize the spaces, we have done something new in the village, and that is we have jointly hired a private company to manage the garage. And so SB Plus is going to be opening the garage right after we do the ribbon cutting, and we're excited to have them here in Oak Park and look forward to them being here running this garage. Thank you.
Just want to say we're pleased to be here today for this milestone in the project. Obviously, the parking garage was a very important component of this mixed-use project. Without the village's participation, support, and I think the underlying need of the garage, it may not have happened, despite the fact that there are other reasons for building apartments here. And I wanted to say thanks to everybody at the village who worked with us, including Mayor Anan Abu-Taleb, Jill Velan, who was our primary day-to-day liaison for working through the issues on the garage, Tammy Grossman as well, Paul Stefanides, the folks from PMA, and Tishman for helping us put this together. We had some challenges through the project, but we all worked together as a team, professionally and patiently and respectfully, and that's what's required to make a project of this magnitude a success. And you'll see in the coming weeks, as our progress on the tower continues, that this will fully take shape and be as spectacular as the renderings that were put together for the project indicated it will be. So thank you very much, and please drive carefully through the garage.
What a wonderful day.